Atlanta's real estate market, as we find ourselves in mid-2025, is at quite a significant crossroads. For quite some time, sellers have enjoyed a distinct advantage, setting terms and watching prices climb. However, recent data is showing a noticeable shift in these dynamics. Buyers now have a bit more room to breathe, with more properties to consider and even a little more leverage in negotiations. This isn't an abrupt change but rather a gradual shift, influenced by a mix of economic factors and market-specific trends that are reshaping the landscape for everyone involved in property transactions across this sprawling metropolitan area. Despite these shifts, Atlanta's fundamental appeal as a real estate investment hub remains strong. The city boasts a thriving and diverse job market, continually attracting new residents and bolstering housing demand. This brings us to the central question: in this transitioning Atlanta market of May 2025, who truly holds the upper hand, the buyer or the seller? The most compelling evidence of a changing market in Atlanta lies in its inventory levels. As of February 2025, the numbers spoke volumes. There were 15,858 housing units available for sale. This figure represents a staggering 44% increase compared to February 2024. For buyers, this translates directly into more options, reducing the pressure to make hurried decisions and bid aggressively on limited properties. Sellers, in turn, are facing a more competitive environment than they have become accustomed to lately. The influx of new listings further underscores this trend towards increased supply. In February 2025 alone, 7,328 new properties entered the Atlanta market, marking a 7% rise year over year. This surge in available homes has directly impacted the months of supply metric, a key indicator of market balance. By late 2024, the months of supply in Atlanta had already doubled, increasing from roughly 2 months to 4 months. Buyers are undoubtedly the primary beneficiaries, gaining more negotiating power and the ability to be more selective. For sellers, this new reality necessitates a more strategic approach. Examining recent home sales figures in Atlanta reveals a somewhat mixed yet telling picture. In February 2025, a total of 3,516 housing units were sold in the city. This represented a 10.7% decrease when compared to the sales figures from February 2024. This dip in sales volume is largely attributed to the higher interest rates prevailing at the time, which undeniably impacted buyer affordability, and consequently their purchasing activity. When we turn to home price trends, the narrative continues to unfold with nuances. The median sales price for a home in Atlanta stood at $415,000 in February 2025. Interestingly, this figure showed no change, a 0% difference from February 2024, indicating a stabilization of prices at this tier. The average sales price, however, tells a slightly different story, particularly at the higher end of the market. In February 2025, the average sales price in Atlanta was $517,000. This was up a notable 4.8% from the previous year, suggesting that while the median price held steady, there was increased activity and price growth in more expensive properties. Section 4. The interest rate squeeze. Impact on affordability and demand. The specter of interest rates has loomed large over the Atlanta real estate market, significantly shaping its current dynamics. As of March 2025, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate hovered around 6.67%, while the 15-year fixed-rate mortgage was approximately 5.83%. This elevation in mortgage rates directly translates into higher monthly payments for potential homebuyers, thereby squeezing their overall affordability. Consequently, many prospective buyers find their purchasing power diminished, forcing them to either look for less expensive homes or postpone their buying decisions altogether. Despite the current challenges posed by elevated rates, there is a degree of optimism among experts regarding the future trajectory of borrowing costs. Many analysts anticipate that interest rates could stabilize, possibly trending downwards to around the 5% mark later in 2025. Should this prediction materialize, it could provide a significant boost to buyer interest and activity. Section 5. Peering into late 2025 and beyond, expert predictions for Atlanta. Looking ahead through the remainder of 2025 and into early 2026, real estate experts are painting a picture of steady, albeit moderate, momentum for the Atlanta market. Sherry Knowles, a voice in the local industry, anticipates that home prices will continue to rise, but at a more measured pace than seen in the frenetic post-pandemic years. Vanessa Calhoun, another market analyst, supports this view, forecasting that home prices in Atlanta are likely to appreciate at a rate of 3% to 6% annually. Comparing the outlook for 2025 to the conditions experienced in 2024, many experts, including Bill Murray, foresee a stronger overall market. An increase in both available inventory and the number of closed sales is anticipated. Section 6. Navigating the New Normal. Challenges and opportunities abound. The evolving Atlanta real estate market presents a unique set of challenges for those working within it, particularly real estate agents. Bill Murray highlighted that the speed of economic turnaround and the trajectory of mortgage rates remain major concerns as we navigate 2025. Successfully guiding clients through this landscape demands a keen understanding of macroeconomic trends and their localized impact on buying and selling decisions in the diverse Atlanta metropolitan area. A primary challenge for agents in this climate is clearly demonstrating their value proposition to clients, especially amidst persistent housing affordability concerns. Vanessa Calhoun emphasizes that expertise in areas like down payment assistance programs and other financial resources is now crucial. However, alongside these challenges, significant opportunities are emerging, particularly for buyers. The increase in inventory and the stabilization of prices mean that motivated sellers are often more willing to negotiate than they were a year or two ago. Section 7. Hotspots and Growth Zones, where Atlanta is booming and the final verdict. Atlanta's real estate landscape is not monolithic. Its desirability and growth patterns vary across its diverse array of neighborhoods. Traditional in-town areas like Buckhead, Ansley Park, Midtown, and Virginia Highland continue to demonstrate their enduring popularity throughout 2024 and into 2025. Furthermore, properties located near the Beltline, Atlanta's popular multi-use trail system, remain highly sought after, commanding premium prices due to the lifestyle and connectivity they offer. Looking towards future growth, several other areas are drawing significant attention and investment. Experts predict notable expansion and development in neighborhoods such as Sandy Springs, known for its suburban appeal and strong school districts, and more urban locales like Reynoldstown, Grant Park, and the burgeoning West Side. So, who ultimately wins in Atlanta's current real estate market of May 2025? The evidence strongly suggests a significant shift away from the extreme seller's market of recent years towards a more balanced environment. While sellers can still achieve good outcomes with strategic pricing and presentation, the pendulum has swung, giving buyers a much stronger position than they've held for a considerable time. Please subscribe to our page for more updates and insights.